Problem 76, we're taking a look at some problems that deal with imaginary numbers. So the first one, the square root of 49. Or square root of negative 49, rather. So the square root of negative 49 can be broken up into two pieces, the square root of 49 and the square root of negative 1, because 49 times negative 1 gives us our negative 49. Once I have that, the square root of 49 can be simplified down to 7, and the square root of negative 1 is our imaginary number I. So problem A is 7I. Problem 2. We're going to do a very similar thing, or problem B rather. We're going to do something very similar, breaking them the square root of 2, and then we're going to do the square root of negative 1. Square root of 2 cannot be simplified. Square root of negative 1 is I, so the answer would be the square root of 2 times I. Normally, when you have something written with a radical, that comes last, so this is actually going to be written, I'm just going to switch the order around, I square root of 2. And again, the only reason why we do that is because sometimes people don't stop the radical long enough, and if you have it drawn out that far, then it looks like the I is underneath the radical. So based off of where you place it, if I would move this I over and it looks like it might be underneath, by putting it out front, we get rid of all those issues and we don't have to worry about it. So now it's I times the square root of 2. Problem C, we are going to be squaring. So 4I squared is the same thing as squaring both the terms that are the inside, or thinking of it as 4I times 4I. 4 times 4 is going to be 16. I times I is I squared, and I squared is negative 1. So now you have 16 times a negative 1, so the answer is a negative 16. And problem D, now we are actually cubing. So that is 3I to the third is the same thing as taking 3I times 3I times 3I. If you think back to the homework problem number 71, we talked about what I cubed actually is. 3 times 3 times 3 will just be our 27, but this I cubed is what we need to worry about. So I cubed can actually be written as I squared times I to the first. This I squared is a negative 1, so therefore I cubed is going to be negative 1 times I, or a negative I. So now if I take 27 times I cubed, that's going to be a negative 1 times 27 times I, because I was at negative 1. So this is going to end up equaling a negative 27I. Hope that helps.